like, Sterling!
I'm glad that was on stream.
Sterling?
Oh, it is. Animal Crossing, stressful.
Listen. Just like I went on to fucking the Funky Chicken website to learn how to code so that my little cute little like 11-year-old girl like whatever live journal was then, blogspot, I don't know what it was.
Angel Fire.
Angel Fire.
Oh.
Thank you. It was Angel Fire. So I went on that website to learn how to code so that way I could have cute little sparkly bitches on there. Necessity is the mother of fucking girly invention. Sterling, the dumbass eagle, shows up on my island. I'm gonna learn how to use NFCs. I'm gonna give Jeffrey Bezos a couple bucks, and I'm going to get that little shit off my island.
Wow, when I'm feeling better, maybe I should play. Maybe I should play Animal Crossing.
No.
You have a
No,
Switch?
it's a game. It's Animal Crossing is just the millennial experience. You're just given insurmountable debt as soon as you start.
You could just
And then
play
you have to-
Valheim. It's the same
You
thing.
can pay it off.
Valheim,
ripping up
you don't have a
grass.
debt to pay in Valheim. You
Yeah,
have,
but
you have
Well, you don't not have a debt
you
to
have
pay.
bosses.
in
No, you can
Valheim.
live in Valheim forever, or you can just go fight the bosses.
You
and
can
move
live.
on.
Hey, you can live on the Animal Crossing island forever without paying your debts.
I like Animal
Awesome.
Crossing until you
debts.
have to actually like
Doing
terraform and like make your island your own. I like building up my house. I like building up my little rooms. I only expand to like the next level, and then I'm like, this is fine. I'm done.
This is fine.
And then
gonna keep playing
it's because I
Dune.
get too many choices, and then I'm like, what's the
1996
aesthetic of my island?
This is
Nice
What do I
fine.
want?
stuff.
And then I get
Nice.
so stressed out I stop playing.
I get
So
that
see-
reference.
Yeah.
Hi,
So see-
Hrudik.
Hrudik, hi.
Speaking
No.
of Valheim,
No. So I
Nice.
know what the aesthetic of my island is. I even know what I want to do with it. Have I done anything about that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I see people with like these beautiful islands, and I'm like, listen, I don't know how Isabel gave me fucking a 5-star island to give me that little golden watering can. I don't know how she gave that to me, but I got it, and I'm not letting it go. And I don't have to.
I liked your
she's
island
not-
when I visited.
Thank you. I have done. Well, I've done some things. I'm also a completionist. I want to be
That's
clear. Like, I'm a completionist, not necessarily to like complete anything else, but like all of the flower like variations.
Ooh.
Yep, that's fair.
I literally just got my last one today. Purple
God.
pansies, and that means that I can get rid of literally all of the ugly flowers that I hate. I just have the flowers that I want.
Well, that was our animal
And
talk.
I love the music.
Chat.
It was quite a lot.
I was very pleased about that period of time on TikTok where the Animal Crossing background music was like the background music for everyone's little like
thing.
yeah, it was the thing that was played in the background as everyone was like, let me give you this story time about this lunch that I had.
my buddy, who's a videographer and editor, would often use like the Wii music for a lot of
Yeah.
things, like Wii
Yeah.
Sports and stuff like that. Oh, it just fits so many aesthetics. Like,
And it's like
Um,
calming.
yeah, it's a good meme. Anyway,
saw-
sometimes we play RPGs.
Oh,
here.
Taro!
We do, and we will be playing one
Taro.
today.
Oh wow!
Atlas.
Did you,
A
you print that?
motherfucking hatch on top. Oh my god, Eric.
It finished printing.
It did. It did. And I can put
That's
little
so
things
exciting.
inside.
I love it.
It's okay.
It's so cute.
How long did it take to print?
12 hours.
That's not bad.
It's not
Pretty
bad.
good. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Anyways, RPGs. So we're on this island. We've been there for I don't know 5 to 7 days.
I thought we were gonna.
No.
No, we were in
just
New
stopped.
Zealand.
Well, we were there for a week so that the ship would get fixed.
What were we
That's
doing?
assuming we've made it the week. We may all have
You
been
were up to
kidnapped by
shenanigans.
cultists. That's
We-
what I usually expect.
I thought we were just
Island
sitting there
bees.
hanging out in the I was gonna say hotel.
You make a
In the
lot of
inn.
assumptions. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see if we even woke up. The
I
next
made
day.
money.
No. Okay, so we paid the dock fee, and I paid the dock fee, and we agreed to pay 400 gold to repair the ship. It will take 8 days to repair. We have paid half up front, and
Mhm.
apparently, Xanon. Eric was playing. Yeah, Xanon and Marcus were doing
We're
some sort
doing
of
our-
weird
No.
grift in
Yeah.
the inn.
He was playing music, and I would occasionally throw him a coin or two in
Which
his
means
little
other
hat, and
people
I would
did it.
hype up the crowd. Yeah,
Mhm.
to get everybody. Yeah, so we've been just chilling at the Dragon Turtle Inn, and you
Except
went
that
off
everyone
to get your
knows-
foot unfucked.
Okay. Did we make it to the next day? I don't want to just sort of, just.
Yeah, he said there wasn't any specific quest on this island.
That
Yeah, 'cause
doesn't
we
mean
were
there's
like, what
no
sort of
specific
shenanigans could we
threats
do?
on the island.
In fact, you have about 7 days of downtime.
Relaxation.
Oh.
Downtime activities. Pull up the sheet. God damn it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, before we go into the downtime activities, I just want to see, is there any kind of a shrine or a church on this island?
That is a good question. I mean, on the island, probably. In this specific city, I am not entirely sure. There's certainly probably something akin to a stave church, which is probably dedicated to. Not. I'm trying to remember.
Could be a lot
right
of
now.
gods.
No, there's some specific ones that these folk worship. History, military. Actually, here's some an odd thing. Some of the guards here actually wear pins of the Lord's Alliance. And
Oh, that's useful. Right.
Gunderland is actually part of the Lord's Alliance, strangely enough.
Have we encountered anyone from the Lord's Alliance?
Yeah, I believe in not Silver. Where were you? When you were in the Silver Marches, when you were in Mirabar.
Selwyn Demerits. The Magistrate of Mirabar?
Yes. I believe it's Valkyr is one of their main deities. It's the god of sailors and ships.
Yep.
There's also Oral, Talos, Tempest, and Umberly. They have they have the fun gods here. Yeah, they primarily worship Oral, Tempest, and Umberly. But Valkyr is And since Talos is kind of like who oversees Oral and Umberly, there's some to that.
Yeah, all right. I know what I'm gonna do, but you guys figure out your activities. I'm gonna find the church wherever it may be, and if it's not in this city, then I am going to I'm gonna make my way there.
No, there's definitely a stave church within the city.
All right, but is there a main church to Talos on the island? I'm not.
You want to go to you want to specifically go find? I mean, this is not necessarily a super easy place to navigate. It's very mountainous here.
Oh, okay. Well, I just figured if there was like a very important church to Talos specifically, I wish to converse and try to appease our way back to the Candlekeep coast if we can, because we're very far. Valkyr would do as well. And if not, I may taunt Umberly, but that I'm going to keep to myself.
I think it's more of like they have a church and then they just kind of like they just do all of it. You know?
All right. I'm just going to go to the church, and if there's anybody there,
I think these people are very practical, where they're not like, and like they don't have like it's not a big place. They're not like and this quarter's for Talos.
Sure.
This one's for Valkyr. They're like. Just like pick whatever god you want to pray to, drop some money in the thing, and
fair enough. Okay,
sacrifice a goat, maybe.
That's a great idea. I go and buy a goat.
Have a nice blot, just
blot it up.
A blot is like a Norse festival where something gets killed.
Fair enough.
Sometimes people.
I will look to purchase a goat if one is available.
Okay.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, get back to everybody else because I got to think.
I don't know. Roll an investigation check. See if you can track down a goat.
God
damn.
Yeah. Gods. Investigation. Why is my dice so meaty sounding when I roll it? 13.
13. Best you can find. There's either a small goat or a normal sized sheep. It's.
Based on my religion check, which would be preferred? religion check of 16.
The
If
more blood, the
praying-
better. You know, blood for the blood
All
god
right.
and all that. So
Oh, we're
Skull for
talking
the
about
skull
blood
throne.
gods.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, in that case, the regular size sheep will bleed more.
yeah,
We see that all the time in my house.
blood for the
That's,
blood god, skulls for the
God,
skull
skull for
throne.
the skull throne.
That's,
Yeah.
If only I
perfect.
gave a shit about 40k. I love the sayings. I just don't care about 40k. You know, like
That's
It's just
fine.
so much lore to get through.
it's. I just also don't like the lore. I've read a lot of it. It's just not. It. You know. It's
It's
very
I also prefer D&D, but my brother's really into Warhammer. So.
Warhammer.
Lords and their hammers, yeah.
Does anybody else want to do anything other than sacrificing various livestock?
Go for it.
I'm just going to, other than relax and do my normal exercises and training, I'm going to carve more into my quarterstaff, because I've been carving random things from our adventure so far. So now it's like our first kind of like relaxing time in a while since we had that little 3-dragon ante sleepover party. That was forever ago. So I'm gonna basically carve like our ship falling from the sky and like some other shenanigans, and yeah, just now it's like, you know, this far down my staff of all the shenanigans we've done so far. Take the week to slowly, you know, and if something else funny happens on the island, I'll be like,
Is there a list of things we can do somewhere? I can't find it.
Yeah, it's in Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Oh.
There's a little thing called Downtime Revisited.
I was looking on the Discord
Downtime
for it.
No, I didn't copy. No.
Yeah,
by the way,
my
Steve,
bad.
a goat costs 1 gold.
I'm getting a sheep.
a list.
Same
list of
price.
things.
Same price. You know, it's.
I will purchase that.
I think maybe I have it like actually on my computer. That might be why I was like, pull it up.
It's on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
All of you have that available to you until May.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. Okay,
And then well, yeah.
we'll see.
Some people just want to carouse. Some people want to craft items. Some people want to do other things like gamble.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, last time we did this, I did pit fighting, and then that was how I turned into a were rat.
Yeah.
There's definitely fighting in the very Norse, island here.
So I am gonna spend probably my first day repairing my Steel Defender. I know it doesn't take much time. I just need to cast Medding on it, but I'm gonna like put like, a really good amount of effort into repairing him because he got absolutely fucking curb stomped in that fight that took out the ship. I'm gonna just lovingly repair him and bring him back to his full health.
Yeah.
And he will remain a baby griffin.
A big griffin.
Yeah, and then
then
I was trying to think about like what Bambi would do, and Bambi, I think, would be like very curious about local customs, but ultimately, I think that Bambi was sort of really spooked by what happened to the airship. And I think she's going to split her time between watching after Merrily, and who I suspect will probably just stay on the ship unless she finds a reason to wander around. But she'll split her time between watching Merrily and seeing if she can sort of like not necessarily get in on the action, although she probably would try to do that, but like sort of like participate or at least observe and like note down the work that's being done on the ship to repair it.
good call.
Most of what's happening is a lot of measurements are being taken, and the shipwrights are just making sure that things are fitted properly and things are waterproofed properly, and that they're maintaining the same angles. Because curving, making sure the wood's curved and the right amount is like probably the most difficult part. Because there's no magic involved here. They do this all old school. It's
Do the
certainly not.
old-fashioned.
It's not fun watching them rip apart the parts of the ship, because it's like to replace one board. Sometimes you have to pull up like 17 others, right? You can't just be like, well, we'll just take that one. That'll be fine. It's right in the middle. No, to make sure everything fits properly, they have to dismantle many parts of the ship and put it back together.
Mhm.
And new ropes are put, and
Just like Legos.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like incredibly tightly fit Legos.
Yeah.
There's tar put on to waterproof and things like that, and
Mhm.
there's stinky times, and the moments of lucidity that Marilee has, she quite often is like getting in the way, but none of the shipwrights want to do anything about this tiny old woman.
So they just let her do it.
Woman.
Yeah. She's like, no, you're doing that wrong. And the guy's like, I've been doing this for 30 years. I think I know. She's like, no, you're definitely doing it wrong,
But is it endearing to them, or is it irritating, or is it both?
It depends,
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get a hint that they're gonna like get frustrated with her, I'll get snarky with them because they're
No, they
Yeah,
gripe. No, like these are professionals. They gripe
Okay.
properly. They go to their boss and they're like, this lady's got to go. And they're like, it's her ship, dude. Like it's
where
they're like,
she
I don't know how this little woman runs this fucking ship, but
when she's not bossing them around, I'm gonna try and wrangle her. I will maybe not wrangle her, but I am gonna read to her, just read aloud from the books, practicing again my Draconic and reading the journals from my teacher. And
she's probably forgotten more languages than the whole party speaks put together, right? Like
excellent.
she's been all over Faerun.
Excellent. So if at any point she corrects me on a pronunciation, regardless of whether or not it is true, I will start using that one.
I don't think she does that. She's not that kind of character. She doesn't. She corrects them because the ship is meaningful to her, but correcting other people's like grammar and pronunciation is not like.
Not a deal.
She's like, everybody speaks differently. There's no point in like.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now yucking someone's yum.
fine.
I wouldn't go that far.
I want to see if there's like a place that sells like knickknacks.
It's my turn.
You know?
Of course. What?
It is your turn. Go ahead.
Marcus is gonna wake up late, as is the way, and be like, "Where is everyone? What? Where?" And then he's gonna go wander around the inn, looking, and he sees Xanon. Xanon, I assume you're whittling somewhere where the people are, or just?
Well, I'm whittling for the people.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
You have to take that outside. Like, there's no. You can't just be like leaving.
Yeah, I'm whittling
wood
for the
shavings.
people outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find her. I'm like,
There's
oh,
like chipmunks
watch.
that come and like take little
People
like.
watch.
oh, I like this. I'm gonna run back, grab my loot case and my loot, sip a cider, open the case, and start looting.
Start looting.
Excellent. Honestly,
Love it.
Excellent.
Marcus,
Yeah. Why are we
I
whispering?
was thinking. I don't know. I don't want the people to hear.
Gabe
I
walks
don't
by.
know
He's
how
like, "Why
to
are you guys whispering?"
He's my friend. Shut up. Anyway, I was thinking, they're fixing up the ship and stuff. We should make something. You know how ships have something like cool on the front? Except,
Oh.
maybe because we're in the air, it can't actually be like a big like mermaid thing. So I was thinking maybe we could have like a little thing that wiggles.
Like little
the front.
birds and stuff.
Yeah, like
Wooden
like something.
birds. Maybe
Yeah,
it'll
like a little
deter.
wood thing.
You
it'll
want to put a
deter-
bobblehead on the front of
Yeah.
the airship?
and then maybe
It's our ship.
we won't run into birds.
No, it's not your ship.
The
No, it's
real
not.
birds will see this bird on the ship and it'll avoid us. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or like
I like this
hang out,
idea. Do we
be
need to
friends.
get big piece of
It's
wood
one of
because
the-
I don't want to break.
It's like a bird that drinks out of the little cup. Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
that
yes, those
that
are
was
nice.
Fucking
I
crazy.
thought
yeah.
that was magic the first time.
Yeah, that's. Maybe I'll make one. Maybe I'll find one. I just wanted to run it by you.
As long as
you
we
know?
don't have to chop down trees, I think this is fine.
Oh no.
Oh,
Plus, I can lift trees, so it's
Oh,
okay.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Good talk. Good talk.
Good.
Now you sing a little bird song.
Yep. Now what?
All right. if that's the first day, I just wanted to.
I'm
Day
gonna be
one
honest
down.
with you. I don't want to do 7 more days of this shit.
Yeah.
Did I get money for leaving my loot case open and hearing people walk by?
No,
Damn
they you got money the one time, and that was good. They were like that. Yeah, what? You're still here? Why?
Zanin
You're still
ruined it
asking
by
for money?
whispering to you.
Yeah.
People are like,
Wait,
the shady. Keep walking.
The stranger from the island with the other stranger from the island seems to be tossing money into their case. That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
You don't look anything like locals.
No,
Well, maybe it's just part of my
I've never
culture,
seen.
huh?
There's like some people who are like,
Don't
they're
yuck
like
her
people who are
yum.
like, I thought bards are supposed to like bring news with them.
Nudes?
News.
God, tell them about the devil sinkhole.
Yeah, that's what I sang. I sang about the holes.
Hellmouth.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! I'd like to see you actually phrase it instead of assuming your character knows how to phrase it.
It's
That
so
part would be much more
amazing that
amusing.
you all play games of telephone in your own minds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no sinkhole. I don't know where you got
I know.
the idea
I know.
of
This
It
is
was a
why.
joke.
This is why I'm curious
There's a
to see
hellmouth.
what he actually
Oh.
says, because that part would be so much better. Anyway, I'm not paying attention to any of that. All I'm gonna do, just to speed up time, if nothing else happens, is if there is nobody who actually attends this church, I will spend the entire time trying to pray to Talos. I will
Mhm.
sacrifice the sheep. But if there actually is opportunity to do the religious
Why?
service downtime, which I don't know that's possible if people don't attend this temple, then there's no point.
No, I like
Otherwise,
that.
Our church
I would
numbers
rather
down?
do the religious service action, but I'll spend
There's
the
no
whole time
faith.
if that helps my role at the end.
Eric's faith.
Maybe Zenin should make new pews or fix the pews with her whittling.
Yeah, what's the pew situation like?
Okay,
You know?
all right. No, please do the bow thing. Don't come here.
Oh, I'm bowing.
No,
Always bow
no,
when I
just
enter a doorway.
bow of the ship.
Doesn't even have to be, religious.
Please investigate skulls for the Skull's Throne elsewhere. Thank you.
Is there a
Wait,
music
what's the
minister
title?
You're
at
not
this temple?
Do not
I
dab
should
the
knock on and be
blood
like, no. And do you guys need a music minister right? For service?
Oh. That's
Please.
not.
I'm gonna go
Please
back to the
focus.
whittler.
That's
Run
not
your
what we.
scam at the Whittler.
We're so westernized.
Anyway, yes. Religious service, if that's a possible downtime action.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll on, let's see, intelligence, religion, or charisma, persuasion. I'll roll on persuasion then. Should be better.
I think you roll a. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. That's so. Oh.
Yeah. So, is there any way I can boost that by spending more time on it, or is it just we're just gonna just straight roll? Just regular roll? Okay, sorry, I didn't see.
No, I shook my head.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't
Straight
looking.
as
All right, here we go. Persuasion roll.
I feel bad for
11,
the
not
people
so
who
great.
listen to this and then don't understand any of the nonverbal cues I constantly give.
I was looking away. So I got 11. So, not bad.
I think we're really
11.
fun to watch.
So you
I
should
really
earn
forgot
one
that this
favor.
appears as an
right.
audio podcast.
Well,
And-
So I was speaking to Talos in particular, and just,
What I'm gonna do is, you're gonna gain
Oh,
well, I guess it would be nice
concordance
if I could touch your body.
Touch your
with
body.
Talos. If you recall, concordance was from strongholds and followers. That was the that's your favor with a deity,
Yes.
and you can have favor with many deities.
okay. That's useful.
There's a comic called Die by Kieran Gillen, and
Yeah.
one of the classes is the God Caller, I think, something like that. And the class is like they give favors and they call in favors from gods. That's the whole class. Is this like, hey, Zeus, I need a quick favor. Like, I just need you to teleport us away from here real quick. And the Zeus is like, you're gonna owe me for this one. You're like, yeah, I'll pay you back. Blah, blah, blah. That's the whole shtick of the class. It's actually really cool.
It's a little bit of give and take.
Yeah.
Mostly thinking.
Sounds rough. Anyway, that's all my character does. Thank you, Talos. I feel a connection with this strange god of nature. I mean, it's
And
directly connected to death.
anyone else? Otherwise, I will just jump to the day.
Are there any
you're gonna
Goliaths
leave.
here? Probably not. Just
Goliaths are a
curious.
pretty uncommon species. They're fairly. I consider them an insular species. They don't often.
Look, you call me?
Like humans, adventure, half elves adventure, but Goliaths
Hermit.
they're family oriented, right? They stick with their tribes typically, and the only reason they leave is because they get kicked out for some transgression or they're too old.
Mhm.
And I did not roll high enough, so
They're
no, there are no
ageist.
Goliaths.
Or do
here
they
right
leave
now.
because they have nobody and no one and they can't see worth a shit?
Aww.
Well, they kicked you out because you weren't useful enough to the tribe, right?
I know, because I couldn't see worth shit. I
Yeah.
could carve things, but they're like, we have enough carvers. So I was like, fuck you, I'm going to see the world and make friends.
They're like
And then I did.
we have so many
great origin
bowls.
story.
Like there's only so many bowls you can
Exactly.
make.
Can they tell what the wood is just by tasting it? Smelling it?
I don't. They honestly, yeah,
Hearing
probably.
it fall in
Yeah.
the forest, which nobody
Most-
else can hear?
Most woods have their own. Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Day
Yeah, we're
7.
good to skip ahead.
Okay. So the boat is fixed, or the ship, I should say. So there's one last thing left to do, and that's to reinflate
Oh.
the
Thought it was the bobblehead.
bomb.
I was so stoked.
How do I, as the DM, inhabit a character who would be like, "No, don't, you can't stick a fucking button. This isn't
It's just gonna be
Borderlands."
so tiny, just like at the
You
front,
can't.
you know?
The nerd in me is like, "You'll ruin the aerodynamics."
But if it's made of balsa wood, it won't even really count.
Balsa wood's light, but that doesn't mean it isn't.
It's so light, it's not gonna ruin the aerodynamics.
That's not aerodynamics. Is not about.
No, it's wind hitting the
Yes.
I know.
Okay.
Does anybody have
Um,
anything that
This
can?
is amazing.
I need you to
Air.
pass a minor skill challenge, which means passing 2 out of 3 skill tests.
Okay.
With
All of us?
it's a group thing. So
Oh.
everybody, you guys got to pass 2 out of 3 of these. And there's lots of you. So, to reinflate the balloon, the dirigible. I don't know. I think it's technically a balloon. Of the airship. Otherwise, you're sailing back.
You gotta reinflate the silky sack, guys.
So
You're welcome.
you tell me, because that's the whole point of a skill challenge, is you tell me what skill you want to use and how that's going to be applicable to this. And you might have a
Me.
spell that aids in it too. That's how we determine DCs. This is,
Can I use acrobatics to help climb up and do something?
you'll have to be more specific than do something.
Well, like, there aren't masts because it's this balloon, right?
There is a mast.
Okay, then I climb the mast to help
Okay.
pull the balloon and hold some stuff up while it gets inflated.
Well, climbing is an athletics check.
Well, then I'll do that. Does that sound good?
All right. The more descriptive and the better reason you give me, the easier the DC is. So.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Climb
you're
is
gonna
close
climb.
right
You're
now.
climbing the mast with the intention of basically hauling the dirigible, the dirigible up to sort of give us space to inflate it.
Like, to help. And that way, if anything, like, goes wrong or, I could be like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Catch it before it rips open. Something like
All right. Roll an athletics check.
It's a goal. That's an 8. Should have had. Why did I never have Marcus like slap me on the shoulder and be like, "Good luck"? Before I do these
That's a
things?
great
It's
question.
every time.
You get there's
It's heavy.
there's a rope, like a netted rope that goes around it, and you get it all twisted and tangled as you're
Ah,
trying to get
fucking
this
shit.
thing. So you
Jesus
guys have to stop and reset and start over.
Are the workers helping us, or is it just us?
No, they don't know how this works.
Okay.
Right?
And Marilee is no help at this particular moment.
It would at the second you tell me that she's it's like a cutscene in a game. This is the scene you're in, right? Like it's like, we'll wait till she's better. Well, then she never gets better. The campaign ends. Whatever. Sometimes you just gotta, go through
No,
the
I mean,
challenge.
is she? Yeah, she is not lucid during this period of time to be.
That's
of-
right.
of
Yeah,
use.
she's not a help here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, there
I
would be
guess
no
we just keep it
challenge,
up.
right?
Maybe it
There's-
expands.
There's drama and there's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that's
then
one
there's
failure.
hijinks.
You need to succeed twice more before failing twice more.
I don't have any spells that can help with this, honestly. I'm going through, but yeah, I just, clerics don't do this nature shit. I mean, I can't affect the game.
Nature shit.
Well, no, I mean, this is
Yes,
elemental
yes.
stuff, right?
What if you ask God for help?
I do remember
Guidance.
observing in nature a giant balloon.
Like, hey, patron dude, do me a solid.
I don't
Like this balloon.
death, the portfolio of death and inflation go together. I mean, I'm sure there is
Yeah,
death
I mean-
caused
I don't
by
know if
inflation.
you're
Higher
aware.
the inflation,
I
the
don't know
more
if you're
death.
aware, but as a body decays, it inflates.
Bloats.
How heavy is this?
You broke him.
How
How heavy
is
is what?
Is the balloon thing?
It's quite heavy. Yeah. It's
Okay.
made of very thick canvas.
Remind me, is it maintained by a hot air, like a hot air device?
It is. Yes.
So what I'd like to do is sort of have it spread the way we normally have it spread, and I'm going to. I will ask you, which
Mhm.
makes most sense in terms of a controlled reaction. Either a firebolt to sort of get the air like the heater going to sort
Mhm.
of start pushing the air up. Firebolt or like heat metal.
I also have heat
Um,
metal, so I could help if that is a thing.
Mhm.
Those
It would
really
glow.
create
It
fire,
glows
though.
red hot. It does not light on fire, but I'm thinking of creating a hot puff of air to sort of like encourage the dirigible to start inflating.
Oh my God. I have no spells.
Or maybe
that
like
can
a spot where you can put
fire.
in a little match and starts up inside the mechanism. Just like a little primer.
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead.
Like span it like
You asked me to.
Because my worry
So-
with like
Yeah,
heating
no.
the metal is that the
You-
I
metal
was,
gets
I
hot
was
and
just
then
responding to
burns
Brittany.
it.
So
Trying to help.
okay, the question then is, what are you heating?
Mm.
Right? Are you heating like if there's a metal band somewhere?
Hmm.
How does that transport the air inside of it? Are you making some kind of Dyson air blade?
You should ask what the mechanism looks like. Because we're picturing what a hot air balloon has. You know, that little thing, and then they turn the fire on, and then goes, whoosh, and you can turn it up and down.
Which requires
We don't
like
know.
compressed propane in real life.
what if it's
right?
like some
Yeah.
sort of like Swedish steel that they use
What if it's
to
a little
like
dragon
Swedish?
inside a box?
Is it not Swedish steel? Fire steel? I can't remember what it's called.
What?
Oh, yeah, that like expands into
don't-
tracks.
That fuck. Shouldn't do that.
Are you talking about like a striker?
Yeah, something like that.
Like I don't know where it is right now.
Yeah, like a little-
flint and steel, or there's a magnesium rod. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about?
like a
Those are
magnesium
for
rod.
starting fires.
Yeah, no, but if it could help,
They just spark.
yeah. I
You know
agree.
what? Yeah. Sorry. Yes. I'm gonna go back to the question, which is like, what does this mechanism actually look like, and how is it maintained? Because I don't think we've ever actually directly asked this question. Like, we've asked a bunch of other questions about the ship, but we have never asked that question because it
Yeah.
wasn't pertinent.
Yeah.
We were already flying.
Don't you hate it when your characters aren't experts in thermodynamics, guys?
That's why I was asking, because I didn't want us to accidentally catch the balloon on fire.
Yeah,
Well, no.
Tell us
So-
what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So there's obviously the balloon, which is this material, this canvas material, which is mostly air. I don't know what it's called. Airproof, right? The air cannot escape, but there are, it's not perfect, right? It's not magical, so it's not perfect. Which is one of the reasons why it still, constantly needs work. The system by which it is heated is a lot more rudimentary than like modern hot air balloons, which have like a thing you pull and then gas is fed into it. It's just oil. It's
What kind of
it's
oil?
probably whale oil,
Okay.
right? Like that's a very abundant resource, especially along the Sword Coast. Most lanterns are whale oil. Some might be like animal fat, like tallow and stuff like that. But it requires a fair amount of this. And it's constantly going, which is why it's so difficult to control the level. Because in real life, you just pull the thing and goes, and a burst of hot air goes in, and then it basically that creates lift. This is like you have to plan like minutes beforehand a lot of the time if you want to, increase your altitude. The difficult part in inflating it is that like Xanon holding it up is a great idea because if it collapses in on itself, it will just light on fire, right? Like as to make this material fireproof would make it too heavy, more than likely.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like, and keep in mind this was made by like a mad alchemist. This whole thing was like that's why there's no magic involved. It's just like I just figured it out. Yes,
You have one
you
question?
with the hand up.
So based on where I'm assuming we're at the dock, like the ship is.
Yeah, there's like
docked,
a huge crowd who's like, I would love to see these people burn their fucking boat down trying to make it fly.
Any like building near us that's like an equal height to the mast I was trying to climb? Because what I could do is just tether a rope between the two, put it under the balloon, and then basically if we pull it up there and pull it up there,
hold up.
it holds the balloon up.
I have mage hand. I could just do that,
No,
and you can.
It's
It's more than 10.
Only
It's
hold
No, the
10
rope, the rope, and then you could pull it like you could.
Talk.
It still requires tension more than 10 pounds.
Yeah. That's why I suggested, like, just so that way if I, like, fail climbing, you know what I mean? Like, the rope is holding it up, and then
do you
if
have
we inflate it, I can undo the rope.
I feel like Eric
this
deserves something though for remembering he has mage hand, right?
He
Like,
And listen, after that
he
last
deserves
time,
like he finally is like, oh, I have mage hand.
give him
So-
some inspiration.
So if he uses, he's not getting inspiration. If you use mage hand, it will make the DC easier by 10 pounds.
Okay.
Do you have a
All right.
climber's kit, Xanon?
That's for
let
like
me-
rocks and ice. You don't want to like dig your pythons into the thing. Xanon's
No.
idea is not bad. Does anybody have a block and tackle or a pulley system for, equipment wise? Otherwise, Xanon's just going to be using raw strength.
But I got lots of that.
Can I finish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have rope trick. What if I climb the rope? You jump over to the mast, and then boom, I'm already up. It's a joke. But what if I climb to the top? Sorry.
I actually do
Pop
have
my
a
head
climber's
out
kit.
And hold the top of the thing.
Lauren needs everybody to shut up for 3 seconds so she can start talking.
Go ahead, Lauren.
No, you can keep going. You're being
Oh
fun.
no, I was just kidding.
It's fun.
Blood for the blood god. Go ahead.
So one thing the climber's kit has is a harness. So from a perspective, to make your climb easier, having a harness roped in, especially because most masts, you can tell me otherwise. Most masts have some
Rigging?
climbing have rigging attached to them. So having a harness that you can clip in to the rigging will help your climb up. It will also help you in terms of having to drag up the balloon.
Mhm.
Is what I was thinking. Also, if we want to inflate it in a hurry, I would like to talk about a controlled use of alchemist's fire.
We know it's your favorite thing.
I know. But you said whale oil, and there is nothing in the rules that says an alchemist fire can't play basketball.
one inspiration for mentioning Airbud.
Thank you. I will take it.
2, I shouldn't just give out inspiration, but I feel like it, and people do deserve inspiration for Airbud because it's inspiring, and also
It's
MVP.
I love that movie. When I was a
There's
kid.
nothing in the rules that say the monkey can't play football, even though it's a chimpanzee. I will absolutely allow. Yeah, if you want to attempt to use alchemist fire, keep in mind the degree, like the if you fail with Alchemist Fire, it's going to be 2 failures, and it's going to be catastrophic, right? But if you succeed, I will say it's your full 2 successes.
Okay.
But yeah, you put a lot on that. I'd also like you to keep in mind, just climbing things for Xanon is the trivial part. Like Xanon can climb shit all day, every day.
Well, that roll said otherwise.
No, I never said Xanon didn't make it to the top. I said Xanon couldn't maintain the whole system of going. Like there's keeping your balance.
Got my
like,
foot stuck
whole.
now.
I'm saying the having a harness, having some clipping would make it easier for her to climb and safer.
Yeah, slow fall.
I do have slow fall, actually. I have feather fall.
You have feather fall. Xanon has slow fall though. Xanon just takes 5d10 less damage if she falls.
That's a lot less
Feather
damage.
falls better.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ready to climb again.
what are you gonna roll for your Alchemist Fire? And no, you may not have just regular advantage for no reason.
No, I don't want regular advantage for no reason. I just want, I would like at least my proficiencies bonus for probably using my alchemist supplies to safely unharness. Before I do this, though, is everyone cool with this?
Marcus, inspire maybe somebody's roll.
Yep. I will bardically inspire this. I have 3 of them, so whoever's
Is there
doing
anything
these
you
things-
say?
I believe you guys.
Sing us a song that you believe in us. It's like, it's the climb.
I was trying to think of a song that would be a climbing song.
Abe dips a bandana in the water and puts it over his eyebrows. He's like, you never know. You never, because they take forever to grow back, so you never know.
Wait, can that guy help us out a little bit too?
Because you look at him, he looks at me,
and I look at him.
He goes, I have no fucking clue what you're doing right now. Like, I don't.
We're trying to spread it out so that way we.
No, I understand the concept of the thing that you're trying. You're saying you're trying to make that thing,
inflate.
I just don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's all. Like, I don't.
Would my compatriot Xanon is going to be climbing up the mast, utilizing.
No, yeah, I understand how climbing works. I just don't understand how fire make that go.
Boom.
Well, I know. I've seen fireballs. It's magic. I don't think alchemist fire is not magic. Actually, it's.
I'm sorry. He knows what alchemist fire is, but he doesn't know how fucking aerodynamics and heat works.
No, he didn't go to school.
How? No, explain to me when he would have seen alchemist fire.
He literally was an adventurer 300 years ago.
He's not.
Sorry, not 300, 200. Yeah, 200 years ago. I don't know if you're aware. He goes. Not only did we have alchemist fire, we had these. And he pulls out a match, and he goes, "This is called the tinder twig." And he's this little end here. And he strikes it, and then it lights up, and then it fizzles out. And he goes, "Oh, that was my last one."
Oh my god.
Well, I'm glad
anyway,
that you showed
these
up.
are really cool. You get these in big cities. They just they're really way better for lighting fires than flint and steel. They're not in this edition of D&D.
I say
were in
go for it,
third.
Lore.
I just mentioned he should just be pulling out things that he shouldn't have, like a sun rod, which was.
Well, I guess I
literally a
have to
glow
climb
stick.
first, right? Before we can do it.
You don't have to roll a climb. You can climb a thing. It's fine.
I'm climbing the
I
thing.
need Banby to roll some kind of check. I'm fine with alchemist plus intelligence or what
Picturing
yeah,
that part
so-
of Mulan where she finally figures out she could tie the weights together, and now it's like, yes.
Yeah, so I would
Can
like
I
to add
bardically
my
inspire this roll?
intelligence.
Yeah, I
my
thought you already did.
intelligence-
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Yeah. And is that a plus? Is it a D8?
D8, yeah.
Great. So I'd like it to be intelligence plus proficiency because I am proficient in alchemist tools and I have alchemist tools or alchemist supplies rather. And I would
it
like
seems apropos since the person who made this boat was an alchemist. So
Thank you.
you know.
Okay.
One.
So that is
I don't even have D&D Beyond open.
that's plus 3. So that is an 11, and I'm gonna use that D8. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's a 17.
And he looked
Yay!
at me.
Good
And I
job,
look
Marcus.
at him. And he looks
He
at
looks
me. And you have inspiration.
So yeah, so I had an 8 plus 3 for proficiency, which was 11, and I rolled an additional 6, so that is a 17.
I mean, you have inspiration.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, from your airbud.
Ugh.
I got a second 4. Sometimes the dice are what they are. They said that you're gonna get a 17.
Oh man,
Your
inspired.
plan works,
No, I don't believe him.
but there's still a chance it might catch on fire because it wasn't flawless.
That's fine.
So
These rules.
It's 17, but it's not flawless.
listen,
Great.
this is
Okay, it's
D20s
okay.
are not a good system for like it's just pass fail. I gotta add some drama to
We were
this.
discussing this earlier. We should switch to Shadowrun. We should just
Switch
keep
to
adding
what?
D6.
Shadowrun? I'm not running
Well,
Shadowrun.
Xanon's still holding the top, like legs are wrapped around the mast.
Bambi, how close are you standing when you light this alchemist fire?
Pretty close.
Okay.
I mean, I'm using some alchemist supplies, which I assume includes like a pair of tongs or something, so where I'm kind of
Right.
trying to. But like I am close.
You're in it. Okay.
Yeah,
You're in it.
I'm very invested in this dirigible. I am very invested in it.
Well, I feel like something needs to happen when you roll a 66.
Something good?
So
You didn't. Which
That's
percent?
passing.
What the percentage
That's a
of
passing grade.
It is a passing
It-
grade.
oh no. Yeah, you want to roll the highest possible. But
I rolled
yeah,
high.
66 is good. It's in the upper third.
Yeah.
Right?
Hmm.
Upper
So you only
echelon.
lose one eyebrow.
Oh, you're gonna look so cool.
Do I?
Which is the style of the day.
It's all
Good.
gone.
Just the instant whiff of burned
Just-
hair
Yeah.
and shock on her face. Now, let me just put that in our strategy room. Bambi.
DM, is it working,
is
Mel?
Down one eyebrow.
It kind of does this, like a wacky wavy inflatable. It's like,
It's like
And you see one man on the side get just a blast of inspiration in his eyes, like I have an idea.
Marcus goes over. It's like, oh, that was one of the cool hairstyles in the mainland.
Eric, look at the Viking people and say, you may not get it, but your kids are gonna love this
stop. I was gonna say it's
because you're the
working.
bard. Yeah, it slowly, like it gets a big burst and then it slowly fills up, and then so the inner canvas fills that webbing of rope, and it
I'm gonna call
immediately
her
there's a
Bean
big lurch, and everybody starts to lose their footing a little bit
Jacket.
because there's an instant like lift,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just very slowly starts rising off the ground.
But we're still roped in, obviously, to the harbor.
Well,
have to
you're
undo that
in a
quickly.
dry dock, so there are no ropes necessary. So you just start lifting out of the dry dock, and they're like, "Hey!" And a guy runs and grabs like the gangplank before it falls into the water. You know,
We haven't paid them yet.
We paid them
Put the
half.
money down.
you paid them when they finished the work.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
I was worried that we hadn't paid them yet.
Shit, I guess we're leaving.
Did we have all of our stuff? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, we prepared. We
Yeah.
prepared for this to work. What am I saying?
It's 7 days.
He was like, "Did you guys remember to check out of your hotel rooms? I don't think I gave them back their key."
Throw down.
Throw it, Gabe.
Anyway,
Oh.
Does somebody have thaumaturgy? Can we like create some sort of sprinkling of flowers?
I can mage hand
Yeah.
the keys down.
Yeah.
They're not heavy.
Yes.
He goes, "Wait a minute, I'm a
Range.
thief. I don't use keys. What am I saying?"
What do I
I do have some thaumaturgy.
Yeah. Do you want to do some sort of spectacular light show as we leave?
I actually have thaumaturgy itself. All right.
I only have caltrops, and I should not throw them at the public.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
you
is
definitely shouldn't throw big, sharp chunks of metal at people.
Oh no! Wait,
They're
actually, no,
shiny.
I don't have thaumaturgy. I have access to it, but I didn't take it.
Okay.
Aw.
Sorry.
Well, I'm just gonna hoot and holler.
And I will say to the crowd, thank you. We are the awesome
Yeah,
friends
you guys
group.
still
Come
have
see
not
us
thought
again.
of a name. We've only
Well,
been playing this
a
game
lie.
for like
We
3 years. 2019.
we
We started
did
this in
unofficially-
2019.
No, we unofficially called ourselves the Derelith Fellowship.
Oh yes,
Derelith Fell does not like that,
I forgot about that.
so we've now changed to
We're
the Better
leaving.
Friends group.
We're
No,
leaving.
No,
No,
that is
the other
not us.
The
That's
Better
the other
Friends group was for
I know, it was
Questmaster.
for Questmaster. We're
Yes.
still in the Derelith
Questmaster out now on Geeks with Kids YouTube.
Yep.
Until you think of a better
To-
name, Derelith Fell, that's who we are.
Have we left yet?
Yeah,
Right.
Derelith, you
Low Ascent.
God, is it remember the movie The Prophecy?
No.
With Viggo Mortensen as Satan? It's really
No.
good, by the
I
way.
believe it.
Oh.
It sounds good.
Christopher Walken plays the Archangel Gabriel. It's really good. It's
Oh, I
got
have. Yeah, sorry.
Virginia
Sorry,
Madsen.
Sorry. Just
Um,
prophecy, not the.
Have you
Prophecy.
not? Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
I
Have you guys?
actually-
It's a really
I
good movie.
I actually only just watched it a couple months ago. I love it. So good.
I don't know if it's that movie or if it's John Carpenter's
C+.
Vampires. But there's like,
They are similar.
don't mention that.
Prestidigitation.
There's like a super zoom in these movies where they're like kind of zooming across deserts and something like that, and you have this like your consciousness is pulled across Faerun, but it's across time as well.
Ooh.
And you get this. This is not happening now. This is yet to happen.
Mhm.
And there's a great storm. And there's thunder. And there's lightning. It's very, very frightening. And you see
Yeah.
a gate
Uh-oh.
lit red.
Not great.
And 2 armies clashing.
Is it?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
This is all happening while the boat's just sort of drifting out. Like, what's?
Yeah, you're like
Okay.
right
all right.
now.
All right. Just wanted to make sure. All right.
Yeah.
Bah, okay.
Where were we supposed to go again? Hellgate.
And
Hill?
and then you feel like Talos doesn't owe you anymore.
Okay.
We were originally
good.
headed towards Candlekeep before all this happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the whole vision.
That's the vision.
Okay.
That this is yet to. You're not bleeding from the nose or anything. It
No, I was just thinking about it. I could be. I don't know. All right.
no,
Wow,
it doesn't.
alright.
It doesn't cause you any physical harm. You're just given this brief glimpse into a possible future.
Huh.
Yeah,
Possible.
Alright.
We can change it.
probably not. Probably.
Yeah.
Let us
Okay,
hope,
well,
DM.
What's that movie tag?
I
Like
just-
you can't fight the future.
That could be a lot
Fight
of
the
movies.
future is X-Files.
Is it? Oh, okay.
No, fight the future is X Files.
Yeah,
what
you
I
can't.
Yeah, not can't. Fight
What's the
the future.
like?
I know,
Like
but I was like,
Fallout is
fight-
war never changes, and then like Battlefield was like war has changed, and you're like, well, guys, pick one. It can't be both. All right.
Wow. All right. Well, Are
Gabe
we
takes a
awake?
bottle and tries to smash it on the front of the boat, and it's not working.
Hey, Xanon,
I literally-
where's our bobblehead?
Hey, we just fixed that. Oh, the little bobble. Hold on. Here.
What are you doing?
Hand it to you. Me?
No, not
Gabe.
you. Gabe.
Yeah, he was fucking
What are
up. We just fixed this. Go sick. I'll sick you on him.
Well, when a boat leaves, you're supposed to christen it, right?
I'll christen it by throwing you overboard. You didn't pay for shit on this boat.
Yeah, and who the fuck is Christ anyway?
Does that word originate with that?
Yeah.
I
Christening.
assume so.
Well, keep in mind his name wasn't Christ. Christ was the title given to him. So, Right.
Christening is the word.
right.
Wow.
Anyway, Jesus could be in Forgotten Realms, but we choose for him to not be.
No. Stop.
I'm just gonna keep my vision to myself.
Tears in the Forgotten Realms. There's a bunch of Egyptian gods in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah,
Bahamut's
Cthulhu,
also
too.
called
Is
Marduk,
Bast?
which is one of the
Bast
Uh,
is.
yeah.
Well, yes.
The Babylonian
still has-
pantheon.
Bast
in-
is best.
She still has a spot in the Outer Plains.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the cool little thing. It's all of us holding hands. That's the bobblehead in the front.
Oh, Bambi's fucking into that. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's doing something cool. You're holding Alchemist Fire. Marcus is holding his loot.
I feel like this is more flute type occasion, and I
He's
go.
holding a flute. Yes.
I'm roused from my horrific apocalyptic vision with a bad reference to another movie.
Vannon falls asleep.
I'm not gonna lie, I've spent this entire time scrolling through this map trying to remember where the fuck Candlekeep is.
We're really
Down.
far.
Here.
Yeah.
We got blown all the way back. Like we
Oh, there it
basically
is. I
lost
see
all of our. We were almost there.
I see it.
Yeah.
No, we're almost there. We're nowhere near.
Yeah,
We
we're
were-
I mean,
not
listen,
near.
No.
you guys can still go to Neverwinter or Waterdeep before
go
Candle, because
anywhere.
Candlekeep's pretty far south.
Oh,
you know?
I love Waterdeep.
I have a home there.
Oh,
We could go to Waterdeep if we wanted
I
to.
ran a campaign there once, and it was the bomb.
I'm happy to go to
The
Waterdeep.
best campaign I ever ran.
Well, what? My question.
Well, how long will it take us to get?
Wait.
Obviously, it's going to take us like weeks to get.
Neverwinter's the closest. Waterdeep's the next closest. No, it takes like because the airship's super fast. You could conceivably, if everything went in your
Goes
favor, you
well.
could get to Neverwinter in 2 days, Waterdeep in 3, and Candlekeep in 4.
Okay.
Are
Because
there
the
some-
airship moves super fast.
Darylith, are there
That's the issue.
supplies at your house that we should get before we go to Candlekeep?
No,
Nothing.
no one's lived there in a long time. Oh, sorry. What was the DM going to say?
Your house in Waterdeep? You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's barely anything left. It's an old manor. No one lives there anymore.
well, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah,
So I
but
will
if
say
you wanted to stay, you were
I'm
well
fine
welcome
with going to
to.
Candlekeep still.
Yeah, originally, the reason we were going there is because we wanted to take that old, really fucked up book with human skin and shit on it as an entrance thing to possibly
Human
trade.
skin and human
Yeah.
shit.
It's really fucked up.
Lots of
So
human
we were
on
gonna
that
trade
book.
that as like an entry
Yeah.
fee
Yeah,
to get
for
in, and then we were
Candlekeep,
gonna
yeah.
try and look up the information
Yeah.
about the whole Dell and all that, and just try to solve shit because we know that Archdruid lady wasn't really an Archdruid. Like shit's just up, so we were trying to like look into the history of it because we're like, Gabe, you should know things because you're old, and he's like, I don't know, we went to Candlekeep once, the tower, blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah, so mechanically, if we are going to try to find books to look up things, that is the best place probably to go. And
But
we do have.
This is an
I will-
adventure, and I
potential
will go
ticket.
anywhere.
I will say, because of Jim Zub, there is now a library
Mhm.
in Neverwinter.
Let's start in Neverwinter then, because it's the closest.
Neverwinter.
Let's go to Neverwinter.
Because
Yeah.
just because there wasn't one, and he was like, "Well, they're in Neverwinter, and I need a library." So,
All right, let's go to Neverwinter. It's
asked
way
him
faster.
I asked him about it on
on the
Twitter.
Twitters?
Yeah, he missed.
All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
Honestly, if we
I
can
wasn't
find
fucking expecting the giant. I forgot about that. Sorry.
what?
Did you not see her like enormous?
Giant bottle, yeah.
Sorry, no, I
Everything
keep
happens
looking.
in
Oh
West-
wow. Okay. Sorry. No, I've got another.
Are you at the
here.
right time? Oh, you gotta go. You gotta keep drinking,
No,
man.
I'm 2 hours off.
Not good.
Wait, you got to drink that whole thing every day?
Do you not?
Try.
I drink that much water
Usually
every day.
At this
Yeah.
point, every fucking time, and then
I
in
drink
the
a lot of
night, I
water,
take a breath.
but I've never actually, done it in one large bottle like
It's
that.
hard. It's hard because you end up drinking other things throughout the day, and then it makes you like,
Yep. It
So I
takes away
mostly
from
drink
that.
water, and I have like a coffee or something else.
I switched my top with one with a straw. I find it easier.
That's true, but the last time I had a straw one, it started getting moldy and weird, even though I kept cleaning it. So
Oh.
I think
it's a
maybe
long
it was just
straw
like,
sitting in a
dust or
lot of still
something. This
water.
is. I just
Um,
like chugging it. Good time.
So what do we have to roll for navigation to Neverwinter since it's fairly
You have
straight?
to roll a
100%.
You're
have
still
to
our
roll-
navigator, right, Steve?
Yes.
I think so.
Survival.
Sure as hell
That's
ain't
the
me.
word.
Survival roll? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wish me luck. I have already spent
You know what?
all my
How about
favors
this?
with Talos.
Can I bardically inspire him to
Yes, you
go the
can.
right way? You can go your own way.
No, because this is a
Not
thing
the
that takes him
way.
like hours to plot. Like he's plotting a course.
I
right?
can play a whole
it's
album.
It doesn't take
Oh.
seconds.
Oh, I got a sound
Wind
effect.
in the sky.
25. I
sun
rolled a
is
nat
high.
20.
Well,
Ooh.
sounds like
Those
you get there
the
faster than
ocean breeze.
usual.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, now I
Marilith,
gotta-
we
Marilith,
did
at
go to
night, do you
Candlekeep.
name every star? Do you know where we are?
No.
Know where we are. Know where we are.
We sail across to find a brand new island everywhere we,
We go away, away.
We keep our island in our mind, and when it's time to find home, we
Oh,
know
they
the
did.
way.
Oh, sick. They added it to.
I gotta calm down.
Did they add it to the thing yet? Oh, I'm dumb. They added it to Baldur's Gate. Neverwinter has the House of Knowledge, which is the Temple of Ogma, which is the god of knowledge. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Inspiration, invention, and knowledge. So, that's my mistake. So, you could still, there's still good stuff. Like, you could still go to Neverwinter. There's useful stuff in every city along the Sword Coast. So, there's just not the library I mentioned.
So
Um,
loud.
But
Oh,
that's
fun
fine.
fact. You know when they say away, that just means oh.
I know.
Fine. I learned that on Duolingo recently.
You're learning
Are you guys fine
Polynesian?
with going to the? Are we fine
Why?
with going to
What?
the Ogma archive?
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's a good idea.
Oh no, is Harcraft watching? Harcraft knows this place well. There's
Craft.
You have to roll. Wait. That's
to roll what?
Rudick. Rudick
Trudick
wrote-
says you
we
have.
have to
Oh
roll
no,
them.
that was when
That's for the
you.
last thing?
All right.
I tried
We'll
to
just
Google
carry
you
on
can't fight the
going to
future, and it
Neverwinter.
doesn't pull up
At least
anything.
we'll
It
be
just
back
goes
in the
by that
mainland.
fast.
I'm gonna do this bullshit on the open waters again.
I want to see what is the speed.
We fly only
of
over
the
land
airship.
now. If we're gonna
That's not
fall
necess-
and die, it's gonna be on hard ground.
It's not necessarily. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not necessarily.
216 miles per day. Holy hell!
You can't fight the future was from the Boondocks if you watch the Boondocks.
Okay, that makes sense. I used to watch
You
Boondocks
can't
when
fight
I was
the
a kid.
future.
Granddad. Oh my god. Regina King is a masterclass in those roles. She would do both the brothers' voices in the same session. She would just switch between the characters. They would just record like that. She's just beyond incredible. I don't even know how
Okay.
the fuck you do
Yeah,
that.
you get to Neverwinter. You get to Neverwinter, in 12 hours.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Well,
Um,
back to the continent. That's the main thing.
yeah. The downside is now you got to figure out where to dock in Neverwinter because they are not. They have
They
they have
don't
a
have
port.
airships. Yeah.
And yeah, everybody knows the hardest part about planes is landing them.
Oh, and then we're gonna have to
Don't
refill
we
the
just
balloon every
descend?
time, right?
Yeah, but
No, no, no.
descending's not that easy
That's fair. Letting out the
because
air.
No.
if you
How
let
high
it
do
get
we-
Do a
too
little
cold
less oil
and then
every
it
time.
deflates and then you just fall out of the sky.
Fair.
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. So this is a whole weird situation.
Merrily
now.
might be able to help us with this.
She
Um,
makes it.
This is actually her job.
So you guys are all above deck, doing whatever, and give me 1 second. Let me find
And
where
Merrily
I wrote
died.
it. And she died. And she,
No, we left her.
the earth elemental steps on your head to make sure you're dead. Let's see.
I'm playing Go Fish
Bogish?
on the deck. With some cards.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. Okay. Wait, I have to put on appropriately dramatic music.
Sounds like Jar Jar.
Oh god.
No. That's come on. That's more like this.
They call me a savage. Well, little do they know, they're the savage.
Jar Jar, you genius. If we can hit that bullseye, the dominoes will fall like a house of cards.
Oh god.
I need something that's
We
like
gotta do more of
dramatic,
that.
but not too
Yeah.
dramatic, you know?
I think Zap Brannigan
Ooh, you
was a
should play
good.
the track Dragon Boy from
That's
No,
right.
I
Spirited
can't.
Away.
No, I'm playing stuff that's on stream. It has to be.
Evil Dan said we have to
you know.
stretch.
Wave after wave of men at them. Brannigan maneuver.
What kind of thing can turn a man's heart neutral?
Oh, ouch, that hurt.
Death by
Oh.
Snoo Snoo.
I know that. Now that's a wave of death. That's easy on the eyes.
All right, this sounds appropriately like somber. Gabe comes up from below deck and he's like,
Somber.
This is sad now. This is really
Oh, he
sad.
fucking, I swear, if Gabe says she's dead, I'm gonna
I know. That's what it
slap him.
sounds like. I knew her for 300 years.
he goes, no, like,
She remembers
yeah,
my name.
she's definitely getting worse. You better come look at her. Like,
Oh.
Oh,
she's
you
not.
kidding me? All right, I go down to the.
Oh yeah, no, I'm immediately.
Weird way
Yeah.
for us to inherit an airship. I want to at least know how the fuck it works.
Fucking
first.
Bambi inherited a whole goddamn library of books from the dead Dragonborn. Don't give me that shit. Your goddamn adventures. You go into
We
tombs,
worked
you
hard
kill
on
shit,
that.
and you take their stuff.
We're
Don't
like
give me that
Indiana
bullshit.
Jones.
We're not
All you
killing
do is
Marilee.
take
She's
dead
dying of
people's stuff.
natural causes.
Natural causes.
No, as soon as he
What is
says
he
something,
really dying
there's
of?
something wrong. Bambi's booting it.
Yeah. We all
So
know.
she is visibly shaking,
Mhm.
like she's cold. Like she's got the chills.
I give her my
And
fur.
Bambi, you put your hand on her forehead, and she's not cold to the touch. But she's also not running a fever. She feels like totally normal, but she's otherwise catatonic. Like visual stimuli doesn't work. You can't she's like.
Can I cast Detect Magic, see if there's a curse or something?
You cast Detect Magic, and you do not detect anything magical.
Who had the best medicine check? Was it you, Daryl?
That would be me, yeah. I will attempt medicine. Yes, I will. I will take her hand, feel her forehead. 18.
Nice.
You're not a doctor.
No, not.
But what's happening to her is not something that you're. So here's the crazy thing. In Forgotten Realms, not only do they have magic, but because they have magic and they essentially have pretty good silence, they know about microorganisms. And this is not a virus you're familiar with. This is not a bacterial infection. Because if you're like, oh, if it was meningitis, then we could just cast this spell and she'd be fine. She would have a fever, it'd be this or that, but she doesn't have a fever. So her body is not responding in a physical way like an infection, right? Like it's not a.
So you're saying Healing Word would do nothing?
She's not taking damage.
Yeah.
Right? Healing Word
Is she psychically dying?
Healing Word
All right.
Fixes cuts and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't, it doesn't
Annan doesn't like this.
All right, I think.
Mhm.
I think she's suffering from something that is outside of normal circumstances. We may actually want to bring her to the city since we are here.
Mm-hmm.
We should maybe risk losing the ballast and actually just landing the vessel if we can.
Outside the gate?
In the water, because we're gonna lose altitude. But I think it'd be better if we actually brought her into Neverwinter because we need the facilities there.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration just on an off chance. I don't think it's going to work, but I do so anyway.
There's a brief moment where she stops shaking, and then it resumes.
Well, that's something. That's
It's not, and I don't want you to think this isn't like a seizure either,
No.
right?
Mm.
We wrap her up
Okay.
anyways. Who's gonna carry? You're gonna carry her, Xanon?
I wrap her in
Hey,
my fur.
Who
Throat.
is landing the ship?
Yeah, now we need a pilot. What skill does that use?
Is there a pilot?
That would be vehicles, airships.
What stat does that come off of?
I think he means you need a
going-
proficiency in
Going down, yes.
Airship?
Well, there's
None of us
vehicles land, vehicles water, and now there's vehicles
Yeah.
airships.
Yeah, none of us have that. What?
Yeah.
What
But
attribute
since
that
you
is?
all have been piloting and doing various tasks on this boat, I'd like you all to make an intelligence check.
$16.
I
14.
promise you, Gabe did not pass this roll.
I got 16 as well.
Well, Gabe was knocked out off the side for a while. 13.
13, Banby. Intelligence check.
14.
Surprisingly, Marcus and Darylith have done the best at figuring out how this thing.
Surprising?
It's yes,
I
surprisingly.
think it's surprising
Because
in my
we,
case.
the two of us, spent more of the time fixing
Yeah.
the ship.
That's
Yeah,
fair. That's
yeah.
fair.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
problem. You
doing
spend more
anything.
time fixing. Maybe a
Spend
little
the
less time
time.
fixing and a little more time.
I'm not allowed at the wheel because I can't see. So that's my excuse.
Actually, on an airship, that's probably fine because they just tell you left or right. All
the
that
cloud or
means
dragon?
is that those two now have the proficiency, but you two will later gain the proficiency
Okay.
What's
because
the
it's just a
proficiency
matter
called
of
again?
time. It's just you're gonna have to add a proficiency.
Yeah, yeah. What was it called
and
again?
it'll be vehicles airships instead of or vehicles air, I guess would be because there's vehicles land and water. So presumably there's also vehicles fire and
What
like
about
earth and steel.
Whoever
and
can
wood.
drive them all is the avatar
Yeah.
of vehicles. Perfect.
Yeah, so Darylith or Marcus, one of you give me a piloting check.
It goes off of intelligence. What intelligence bonus do you have, Marcus?
+1.
All right, I have a slightly higher intelligence, so I guess I can try it. But you can try it if you want to. I mean, what's
No, go
my
for it,
skill
man.
level though? I have a 0 skill though, right?
proficiency bonus. If you're proficient,
so
you add your proficiency bonus.
So you got a +5.
Plus 5.
Oh, really? No.
Proficiency
No.
bonus is probably
my
plus
proficiency-
3 at this.
No, 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 no,
It's
no. I
three,
mean,
it's three,
it's with
yeah.
the intelligence. You said you had an
Yes, I
intelligence.
see.
Oh yeah.
Together
Okay,
it's
nice.
+5.
Okay, yeah. So it's just correct. So it's just a straight roll of +5 then for me. Very good, very good. No, I forgot about the proficiency. So it's that's all very good. All right, so roll. D20 plus 5 is 9 plus 5, so 14.
14. It is a rough landing. The question is, where are you landing? Are you landing outside the city? Are you trying to land at like the docks or?
I'm trying to land at the docks. Yeah.
Okay. So because you landed there, like water isn't as brutal as like if you were landing on land, you probably would have taken some damage.
Yep. Yeah.
Instead of maybe scuffing the dock.
I didn't want to destroy the boat again, so
Yeah. You narrowly avoid connecting with some other ships.
yeah, that could have been bad. Sandwich.
Yeah, like you just barely avoided some.
Barely.
You guys quickly tie off the boat and you're running into the city and there's people like blah blah blah. You just like throw money at them.
Yep.
Oh, this is a medical emergency.
So it's just
Magical, I
there's a
don't
montage of you
fucking
guys
know.
running through the city.
Yeah, can we change the music? Like,
Nope,
Oh, this is the sad
it
final
stays
hour.
sad.
damn
Okay.
it.
So you have a lot of options right now for what temples you want to go to outside of Neverwinter. Is actually Helm's Hold, which is like a paladin stronghold.
Yeah, I forgot the
But
city's
within
freaking huge.
Neverwinter, there is a temple to Mistra. There's a temple to Ogma. There's certainly the Hall of Justice and the House of Knowledge are the two big ones. The Hall of Justice is obviously Tyr. The main faiths are Helm, Ogma, and Tyr. But there is also
Knowledge, tell us what's wrong with her.
Torm, Bahamut, Selune, which is the goddess of the moon.
Moon.
It's not bad.
He was my goddess in my first campaign I ever played.
There is a shrine to Asmodeus.
Love to see
There's
it.
also quite a few of Kelemvor's faithful here. who mostly focus on. There's a whole section of undead. So
Not useful.
None of those are
Right
useful?
now. No.
So-
it will be, but not right at
keep,
this
keep in mind, like
instant.
there's certainly like you can always go and pray to like Lathander and like what's the one
But Lathander
who's the
is
broken
broken.
god, the god of suffering,
Yeah,
Ilmater.
Ilmater.
But
Yeah.
keep in mind, the bigger the temple, the more powerful the clerics, right? So
Wasn't Ilmater
Not-
like
That's where we parked. That's where we parked the shatters. Yeah.
no? Yeah, wasn't Bambi like an Ilmater sort of like a thing?
No.
Isn't that a shadow thing?
No.
What was that?
No.
Also-
We parked the other gnomes.
Oh, I think what
Comatose
Eric is
body
thinking of,
at
there's you went into the abandoned temple of Ilmater
Yeah.
inside of Kuldahar,
Yeah.
and that's when Bambi got scurred.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
We should find an Ilmater. Just kidding.
I believe they're called
they might
Ilmatari.
help. They might help me. That'd be great. But I don't care about that right now. We only care about one thing, which is somebody fixing Merrily.
Mhm.
So we're going to the place that's gonna do the most possible good to help her.
You know what?
A
All
healer
those
of some
temples are
sort?
not really. Those are not really healing temples per se. I mean, they can all perform heal, but maybe we should go to knowledge because I'm not totally sure what we're dealing with.
Keep in mind, when I say
or
knowledge, it's the house of knowledge is like invention, right? It's,
Oh,
He
okay,
also
okay,
said
never mind.
to
Right.
go like the bigger temples will have
Yeah.
the more of the higher level clerics, so we should just
Yes.
go to one of the biggest ones, regardless of who it is.
well, the two
All right.
biggest are the Hall of Justice and the House of Knowledge, but then the
Yeah.
the third biggest would be probably the Church of Mistra.
Maybe we
Okay.
should just go
Mistra
to
being the
Mistra.
goddess of magic. right?
Magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go there. Let's just go there.
Mistra probably the most powerful deity actually in the Forgotten.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All
right.
We start running.
Okay.
Make way.
Deal.
We seek
Where's the Temple of
aid
Mistra?
Mistra. Yes, Temple of Mistra. Very Forgotten Realms thing to say.
Cardio's great,
music-
so you guys got to keep up.
This music's pissing me off. I'm gonna turn it off.
I literally can't hear it at all, which is
I'll make it sadder, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm not. I
I'm
muted
trying
it.
to avoid crying.
I just fixed it. No worries.
There's
There you go.
I'm afraid she'll be all right. What? Well, she'll be. She's lost her left hand. She'll be all right.
I feel
from
like we're
now
in
on.
the all is lost moment of a fucking anime right now. I'm like, come on.
Well, you guys have been there a bunch of times. I
Last
keep
5
doing
minutes.
this to you, right? That's the whole point. Anyway,
But we love
um,
her, and she is so lovely.
She has so much to teach us.
listen.
before she
The
dies.
only way to make PCs care about things, when they care about things, you have to harm those things for them to care about the story. That's the way story
The
works.
sadistic
I always
game.
care about the story.
All right. The clerics come out, and they've got these like blue and purple robes with stars all over them. They're very fancy. And these they're not just clerics; they're also like wizards because you got to be a wizard if you're going to be serving.
Oh, this
Mistra.
is perfect. Yeah. Okay, we got everything covered then.
Yeah.
That's great.
Her convulsions get worse, and they try like a bunch of different things. Like they try different tonics and things, and nothing is working. Right. And then there's times where it calms down. But there is a lingering heaviness, obviously, because the things are very uncertain here. And give me a second, I gotta find the other notes. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Oh my god, where is it? Or is it even in this document? Yeah, I know what that. Uh-huh.
Music is getting sadder as you find this.
I know.
I'm glad I muted it.
It makes me so happy.
I'm gonna play Walking on Sunshine.
Stressful.
Getting an emotional reaction from your players is all a DM wants. We gotta find. where I wrote this stuff.
Emotional. Damn.
Listen, I wrote a lot about this a long time ago, so now I have to find it.
Oh, that's not good. He wrote a lot. That can't be good.
Remember when I wrote in the chat that I was like a fucking genius?
Yep.
Yeah, well, now we're there.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. The clerics say, well, we can cast some spells to try and determine, like, nothing that we're casting right now, like, it's not poison, it's not a curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've tried that. We could contact another plane. We could try and contact a powerful extraplanar entity, which is not cheap, to try and figure out what's going on. Which is like a doctor saying, like, we could get a specialist down here. We could call an angel. But it's clear to us her mind is deteriorating. But in a way that cannot be cured through magical means.
Yes. I suspected as much too.
She's like, yeah.
Is there any way we can suspend the deterioration while we try to determine what's happening?
What we're dealing with seems beyond the realms of magic. What we're sensing from, like, this may be something more powerful than the weed can fix.
Well, that's something I wanted to hear from the Church of Mystra.
There are some things that magic can't change. One of those being time. Right.
Bullshit.
Aren't
You
you
can
a
change it all the
chronologist?
time.
In the recent, with the resegregation of Aber and Toril that is currently happening, as we understand it, certain laws of magic are being rewritten. And certain things are no longer possible that once were. Wow, that music's really heavy.
No, it's
there are places you could take her where she would, places in the plains where she would stop aging physically. But those places aren't always safe. Right? Like, if you want to preserve something, you can send it away.
Yes.
And Gabe's like, yeah, that's what happened to me.
Some get a big
right, like what? And he's like ass, like it's a question. He's like, wasn't I stuck? And I didn't age, right? And they're like, and the priests are like, well, you can like project yourself into the astral sea. And he's like, no, I was there. And they're like, that's what we mean. If you go there, you're like, but that's what's dangerous about it, is because if you go there, like Doctor Strange style, right? You're tethered to your body. But if you send your body there, you can just drift aimlessly for eternity. And there's things like dead gods that float there, but there's also raiders in the astral sea, like Githyanki and things like that. The physical remained unchanged, and you have to be strong of mind to, like, people like strong-willed enough individuals can shape reality there.
Would going there undo what has happened to her?
No,
it might just put it.
Would
on
just pause her where she's at right now.
They're like, if you would give us, some time, we will contact some entities and maybe find out, because we've never seen anything like this before.
But you do think it has to do with this rearrangement that you said of time and magic? Maybe.
They're like, I wouldn't call it fate. but something is happening here that has to happen. Like, we don't think, like, first of all, we can't undo this. We don't think we can stop it. Because we think this is like they're like, we don't want to call it fate, but we think this is something that like
they want to find out why it's happening.
They go to Bambi. You're a clockwork, right? You've worked with clock. You know how you wind a clock, and then you let it go, and it goes until, like a little toy, like you wind it up, and then it goes until it stops. Like, we feel it's that, like it has to run its course. If you stop the unwinding, you're only holding it, right? Eventually, once you let it go, it'll keep going. But if you give us time, we can maybe contact someone that can.
How much time do you need?
A day to. I need we don't have the spell prepared.
We have
today.
no choice but to let it happen. You just have to trust that they'll find out maybe why,
Yes,
even if we can't stop her dying or whatever's happening to her.
We trust in Nistra and her subjects.
Do we?
Let us know what we can provide.
You don't have.
I think that
Doesn't know.
she's in the best hands. Honestly, this is something outside of what we understand. So, yes. What is there anything we need to provide in order to assist in this?
Apparently, this is a free spell. Doesn't cost anything. Contact other plane. You mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long-dead sage or some other mysterious entity from another plane. Contacting the extraplanar intelligence can strain or even break your mind. I already succeeded on the intelligence save. On a success, you can ask the entity up to 5 questions. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. The GM answers each question with one word, such as yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear. If the entity doesn't know the answer to the question,
we're not doing it anyway. They are. So
yeah, I know.
It will allow you to ask the questions, right? Like,
nope.
No, okay.
They're more
that again.
Okay,
they're
looking
more
at
specialized, right? They know what.
Yeah,
they're
what
doing.
I'm saying is, like, looking at her, they've already figured out these things. We were like, we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
So
Does
us
Mage
asking,
Hand work?
We're gonna waste questions. So it's better for them to ask the questions that need to be asked.
Okay. Can this be stopped? No. Can this be undone? No. Right? They can't ask what's causing it. Right?
Yeah.
Right. It's a yes, no. Right.
It's yes,
Or
no, or
maybe.
unclear, maybe never.
Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe.
Did this have to happen? No.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay. That's not what I expected. All right. All right. Do they have 2 more questions themselves, or should we?
I mean, I'm just thinking of things off the top of my head.
No, those are all great, solid questions. The problem is because it's yes, no. I'm not really sure. Those
Did
are
one of us
3
cause
the
this?
most.
Yes.
Oh.
Was it Dereleth?
Is that, did you actually ask that?
No.
Was it Gabe?
Yes.
Yay! It wasn't me for once. See?
Yeah.
It's because he
Is
came.
Gabe with us when I asked that question? Because I will.
Gabe's
This is the problem. We're just like talking out loud. So.
That's good. It's good that you
Oh,
asked those questions.
Gabe.
Yeah.
We should.
Because of him coming back. I assume.
You're out of questions.
Like we asked
No,
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 this is
no,
just-
no,
right.
we're just talking. We're
Yeah.
just talking amongst
I
ourselves.
mean, that's a great question, but you're out of questions.
No.
No, we're
But is
done.
Gabe with us when I asked that question?
Yeah, sure.
What is his like? So as soon as I hear that
Oh.
yes, like
Drew all from her eyes.
Oh my. Well,
Are
okay.
you saying I'm the cause of all her pain? And they go, well, she can't feel what she can't remember. But she's dying. Her mind, she isn't able to, she's dying because her mind is broken and now her body is going to shut down eventually.
Gabe, where
Whatever
were
she
you again?
remembered, she remembered for you. And now only you know how to fix what's happening.
Yes, that's right. They
How
had
did
some
how
sort
did Gabe come back? I can't remember if we talked about
He
this.
doesn't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, and he
But
just appeared when we
more-
left that town where the archdruid lady wasn't really the archdruid.
Yeah.
He left with us.
Yeah,
remember?
But more
'Cause nobody
importantly,
leaves Paradise of Town.
when the two of them met, they spoke, and that's what this is focused on. Not so
Yeah.
much.
I have dialogue between him and the cleric.
Okay.
How can I save her? You can't. Not even the gods. No magic or prayer can undo what the universe is doing. She's going to die because I came back. I can't let that happen. I can't let anyone else die because of me. Well, there's nothing you can do. He's going to have to explain as best he can this whole situation where he was gone.
Yes, right.
And then he's not 300 years old. He's 500 years old. Because he was
Okay.
already a lot older when he disappeared.
Mm.
But he looks, like 30, because he's a half elf, right? So they can live like 200 years. And they're like, well, you're out of time. Like, you're not supposed to be here now, right? You defy the linear nature of time, so her mind is being unwound. It's being rewound. There's some clerics, some of these, they believe there's a cyclical nature to all this, where, and I don't mean like in this particular instance, in time in general, where these things happen and they keep happening again and again and again, where the universe collapses and re-expands and things like that. And Gabe's like, so you're saying this has happened before, this is going to keep happening? They're like, yeah, this is the way it's happened before and it'll happen again. He goes, but you don't believe in fate. They're like, well, that's not the same thing. He goes, well, what if I go back? What if I go into the future? And they're like, we don't know. We don't even know how you do that. He's like, well, what if I could go into the next time? And they go, well, nothing survives the end of the universe, right? Sorry, I'm like, a lot of this is not gonna.
No, I don't want to
We're
interrupt.
engaged,
I know.
Dave. We're engaged.
No. Yeah, but I don't want to have a bunch of dead air. It's dead ice, not dead air.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, this is
I-
music.
Name
You
drop.
want me to read the dialogue with you? You want to send me the copy?
No, because I'm self-conscious enough about my own writing. I don't need someone else reading it for me. And he's like, well, what if I never even went to Icewind Dale? Would Belafet have won? Or would another group have stopped him?
Oh, that's gonna fuck us up if you never got to.
Like, what if it was another group of mercenaries who survived the avalanche? Like, it doesn't matter who stopped him, right? It only matters that he did, right? Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, This was all this was written under the pretense that you would be in Candlekeep, because that was your intentions. And the people in Candlekeep know a lot more about things than everyone else does.
I think we should go
Damn
to
it.
Candlekeep.
It's too late now. It's
that
too
would-
late now. They can talk to creatures on other planes. It doesn't matter. I mean, this information is.
This is why I kept my notes. I knew.
I just didn't want to have us get blown off course again and end up in.
No, Sam, I got you. Plus, we were
When-
being nudged towards Neverwinter.
When he mentions Belafet, right? Within the last 100 years, there was something called the Shining Crusade, which was not far from here. It was actually in a place called not Thornhold. Which one is it? Oops.
Foghorn Leghorn. Try to lighten the mood. It's not working.
Dragonspear Castle. That's what it's called. Sorry.
Ooh.
Dragonspear Castle is on the High Moor, which is this is all the the Western Heartlands is east of the Sword Coast. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I see it. It's on the tradeway.
this is important because just recently, right? I believe I mentioned Derelith was there when the I don't remember if he's the Duke, but Abdel Adrian, the Balespawn, fought on the castle in Baldur's Gate, and he there was like there's a big burst of light, and everybody's pretty sure that's what caused Bale to come back, right? That was the prophecy, and Derelith Fell is familiar with all this. That guy also fought Belafet. Gabe's not aware of all this. So he's like, oh, great, what happened? They go, well, the story goes, Abdel went into Avernus and slew him there. Which means Belafet is no more, because if a devil dies on their home plane, that's the end of it for them.
Yeah, that's for reals, for keeps.
But Belafet wasn't the only thing that came out of that time in Icewind Dale. Belafet had 2 children.
We have to kill them. Save merrily.
I think one of them. I feel like we have already met one of them.
But
I believe it.
a group of adventurers defeated them at the. There was they had a stronghold. Originally called the Hand of the Seldarine. It was an elven citadel built in the mountains, in the Spine of the World Mountains. And these 2 children formed a company called the something of the Chimera. And there was a whole thing where they just disappeared. Like, they were defeated, and the keep was also gone. Like, we don't have a lot of information about what happened there. You could maybe go to Candlekeep and get more information, but they probably... I mean, they might know more, right? There might be more specifics. Somebody might have written something about it, but that was many, many years ago. But it's not unusual for powerful devils to sire children in this world, right? That's where tieflings come from. Not that all those children are bad, but these 2... well, the story goes that they were trying to create a haven for mixed-blooded children. Tieflings, half-elves, half-orcs, that sort of thing. And someone in 10 Towns sent them a gift of holy water, scarring them. And that sent them on a path of revenge, and that's how this whole thing ended, where a group of adventurers stormed their ruined keep, and the keep fell into another plane.
Well, I'm just not entirely sure how our friend who's out of sync with time and all of these battles with the extraplanar devils and their spawn.
How they're related?
No. I'm not. I don't know how they're related.
Well, one is the story of Baldur's Gate 1, and the other one is the story of Baldur's Gate 2. Or sorry, Icewind Dale 1 and Icewind Dale 2.
Yes. So from in terms of world events, some of these I've heard rumors of. I'm not that familiar with them, but as to how this this passage of time and the weight that it causes with our friend here, Gabe, having been gone and then returned, and then now unwinding the mind of his old friend because he came back when he probably shouldn't have him. It's all a lot. I don't really know. It's not really my purview. I just deal with people who are supposed to be dead.
Don't worry, we're not at the genius part yet.
Oh, okay, sorry. I ponder and I rub my chin.
Well, I mean, the question now, like Gabe's like, well, how do we find out what plane they fell into?
Indeed.
Because if it were I went, then right, that place is timeless. But that's not the only timeless plane. Also, some planes time works differently, where it moves slower or faster.
I'm really hoping he doesn't say a certain plane, but go on.
What plane are you dreading the most?
Oh, nothing. I'm not telling you.
Please share with the class that.
The demi-plane of cotton candy.
Is that between the plane of air and the Feywild?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I guess we should go to Candlekeep to try and.
No, wait. Is there still a script going? I don't know. Or
Yes,
is this
it's
like...
still going.
No, well, there can be.
Plenty happened.
Also, you could try the Temple of the House of Knowledge here. There are
Knowledge,
plenty
yep.
of books. It's a giant library. So
We'll do that.
okay.
I'm still listening.
I'm not gonna have you roll.
Well, what is Gabe gonna do? Is he coming with us, or is he sticking around with Merrily?
No, no. Bambi's not leaving Marily's side. And in fact, if he gets anywhere near her, she's gonna like fucking swat at him. Like, get away from
He should
her.
probably come with us to knowledge in
Yeah,
case
he should probably get
remembers
further
anything.
from her.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to make sure, though, that we ran the
When
course of the
Bambi
script
acts
out.
that way, he gets like hard. Like he
Good.
gets like stern. And he goes like normally he's like pretty like jokey, but he's like mad.
He should be.
And- Yeah.
Well, that's his friend from way back, right? So.
He did it to her. He can get away from her. You've done
Well,
enough.
all right.
Get away
To
from
be-
her.
Never mind.
Very- yeah.
Fair.
There's no
It's not to be fair, right? What's the? Well, actually, and that's what you're supposed to say.
Baby doesn't
No,
care about that.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I cut myself off.
Danon's
no, I
already
just wanted
rushed
to
into
make
the
sh-
nearest library.
Okay,
All
no,
right.
but I just wanted to make sure
We'll jump-
in that conversation, though, there wasn't any further they could go, because what we're trying to understand, I just wanted to make sure the emphasis was on trying to understand the dimension that all of the I don't know what you fell-blooded. I don't know what to call these people, okay? That whole
Tieflings?
city.
It was
Was it only tieflings? I thought you said it
No,
was like anybody.
It
who
was half.
yeah, the
It was mixed-blooded children.
Yeah, what was the name of this place? if
Blank
there
of
was
the
one?
Chimera.
Legion of the Chimera.
Legion of the Chimera.
They called
Yeah.
themselves the Legion of the Chimera. And
Well, they
didn't
originally
expect themselves
it's a thing that evolved over time to be the Legion of the Chimera after they decided,
Mhm.
they were going to be like, oh, let's welcome all these half breeds and stuff like that, right? To live in harmony, and then people were like, haha, you know what sucks? You're evil, and we can send holy water to you.
So their
Right.
keep is in possibly another plane of existence. We just don't know what plane.
I mean, it's definitely not in this plane of existence anymore.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
dropped
Because
out
then we
of-
would have
Okay.
heard about them not having disappeared.
You go
We just have to find out info.
This is
Yes,
because this is story
absolutely.
progress. This is not going to be hidden behind die rolls. This is just you spend time and you find an account, and it's the Book of Belafet. This is an actual thing,
fantastic.
and it's written by Belafet in first person. Because if you're a devil, you got to be an arrogant asshole. I shall tell you of such a tale. It is quite a tale familiar to me, for I have spent nearly a lifetime piecing it together and chronicling it here within this book. Perhaps now, in the telling of it, I shall at last find the answers I seek. For millennia, I waged my war against the Tenari Yuxonome, with little care for anything but victory. But after losing confidence in me, my superiors in the infernal hierarchy banished me to the plain of Toril in the far north. While trapped in the icy wastes, I plotted my revenge. Then there came a calling, a malevolent sentience far more ancient than even I. It came from the remnants of an artifact that possessed goals in line with mine own. It, too, had been lost in the frigid north. Krenshinabon. I schemed to raise a new infernal force drawn from the 9 hells of Baator. I deigned use a deactivated portal to the hells found in Icewind Dale. In ages past, it had been sealed within the monument of Jared Stone and secluded away inside the Temple of Tempest in Easthaven. I gathered to myself an army of monstrosities of the north, and upon shattering the stone would grant me the army I seek, an entrance back into Avernus. I disguised myself as a cleric of Ilmater named Pokellen and drew forth followers from an Ilmatari monastery led by a human brother, Perdim. Warping the minds of my new devotees and converting them into undead, unquestioning minions, I, as Brother Pokellen, formed my own black temple in an abandoned dwarven temple of Baronar Truesilver within Dorn's Deep. There I used the power of Krenshinabon to recruit the monstrous army of goblinoids, orcs, and giants I would use to conquer the north. In little time, while operating from within Dorn's Deep, I discovered that whelp Yuxaname had followed me to Toril in my exile. And what's more, she mustered herself an army of yuan-ti in the fortress of Dragon's Eye, too located within the spine of the World Mountains. Even here she seeks to destroy me, to undermine me, yet her lack of subtlety will be her undoing. I will banish her back to the abyss, and when I have retaken the Basalt Tower and once again command in the Blood War, my army will dig into whatever hole she has dug for herself in the infinite layers and pull her out root and stem to be destroyed for eternity. I am the beginning and end of this story. I and only I will determine how it plays out. To stall Yuxaname, I used Krenshinabon to freeze over the trails that led to the 10 towns of Icewind Dale and enlisted Craig Frostbeard and his frost giants to bring down avalanches to slay locals that tried to investigate the goings-on. Unfortunately, Yuxaname's activities attracted the attention of a band of meddling adventurers. They ventured into Dragon's Eye and struck down the demon. The absolute moron. Of course, she gave herself away and was too weak to deal with the consequences. She was banished to the abyss from which she came. The adventurers are persistent yet and are investigating into matters at hand. Damn, these mortals are more of a thorn than I even realized. Clever enough to defeat Yuxaname, but that will not be enough against the combined powers of Krenshinabon and myself. The time draws near. Using the powers of Krenshinabon once again, I have formed the Krishal Tirith around the Temple of Tempest in Easthaven. Securing Jared Stone soon. Damn, they are here. I will deal with them in short order. I have made a tactical withdrawal from Dorn's Deep and captured Easthaven in preparation for opening the gate to Baator. I've also used Krenshinabon to steal the Temple of Tempest. A copy of the journal looted from Dragon's Eye labeled Precio's War Journal contains the following list of scribbled notes. This is a separate but related document. There's a bunch of names in here. One of them is Brother Pokellen, traveling priest of Ilmater, strange icons on clothes, relationship unknown. Arundel, spiritual leader of Kuldahar, archer to be removed before he seeks aid. Hrothgar, effective leader of Easthaven, could be trouble, suspect old enemy may remove him. Everard, priest of Tempest in Easthaven, hard to read, may need to remove, could incite barbarians and locals to fight. There are other things, like Auric and people are mentioned. None of the adventurers are mentioned.
Okay.
Auric the Grey. Yeah. Just a beautiful lore dump there.
Mm-hmm. It was very good.
It smells like fresh bread.
Was that the brilliant part?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet.
No,
We're not
Excellent.
there yet.
That's,
We're gonna have to
that's
wait
the
till next
stuff
week
from
to get
Yeah,
over
we're
it.
gonna have to wait. It's 11.
Wait, 3 more
Trust me,
minutes.
when I
muted,
came up with the
Brittany.
thing, I was like so proud of myself. I was like, oh, I exported some game mechanics. Very nice.
Okay, I'm just a little unsure. Like that ties together a lot.
You're
of
also
things.
given some of the the timeline of things is obviously out of order because you already
Mhm.
know that Belafed is deceased, right?
Yeah.
He's been
So his
dispatched
plan
permanently.
didn't work. Yeah, but
And you don't know,
still
you
made
only know
connections.
that he was defeated a second time within Avernus, but you don't know how that went down, right?
okay,
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
You know one person who was
Would-
involved.
Would
But Gabe is
Candlekeep
not.
know? Or even the library here?
I mean, that kind of stuff is tough to know, right? Unless
Yeah.
somebody has like
Oh,
a specific
someone was
bard
there.
with them.
Yeah.
One of the clerics within the temple, the House of Knowledge, says that, I think there's a guy that used to adventure with that Abdel Adrian.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he hangs out in Baldur's Gate. Big fella, purple tattoo.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, really? A purple tattoo? How quaint.
Yeah, he's a ranger or something.
Yep.
Mm.
It's gonna be time.
Quick, everyone load the Baldur's Gate 3 trailer. Anyway.
I gotta buy that game.
I'm not really sure what else to ask.
That's
That's
Well,
a
very
primary.
helpful.
There's a
We're
primary
ready
source.
for next
maybe.
time.
Yeah.
All right. Any final words before we head off?
I guess we're going back to Baldur's Gate.
My final words are: I typed as fast as I fucking could.
Can you
I'll
send
send
us? Okay,
I'll
that's
send
weird.
you-
I knew you'd send it
Thank
to
you.
us.
It's a
but I
book.
wanted
You
us
can
to
read a
like be able
book.
to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, if you can drag Bambi away from Marilee, she'll write you a copy.
On a side note, since you're talking about typing up stuff, that scene that you provided last time, of just a cutscene of gods might be talking about me, maybe not. I don't know if that's something you can recreate for me or not, or if that was just supposed to hear that.
No, I mean dreams are fleeting, right?
Okay.
I always
You know what's not fleeting?
Thanks.
Our
rewatch our
replay.
episodes. Yeah.
exactly.
That's true,
Go
and
back to
we could
YouTube.
all enjoy the replay by going to the channel and rewatching.
You could
that
just
You know
go
what's
to our
funny is
website.
I
geeksandkids.ca.
understand- Other dungeon masters rewatch their games for that kind of stuff. I can't stand doing that. I can't watch myself
Me
DM.
neither.
No, I can't. I can't
It's
say the
hard
sound
to
of
I
it.
watched
edit
them
because
to
I'm just
write
like,
down funny moments that we should clip.
Yeah, that's
Funny
fine.
moments
And then
clip
also
is
it
really
reminds me
good.
of like things, so I add.
Yeah,
to it.
for sure.
Anyway,
Well, awesome. Oh man. Okay. Jeez.
that was good,
We're all
Dave. We're
emotionally
looking forward to
compromised.
next.
Thank
Now
you,
that
Dave.
thank you for the sad music and
Yeah.
the sad
Glad I
info
muted
dump.
it.
Good lord.
Glad I muted it.
God, if only I could make you sadder, I would.
We'll
I
be here
would.
next.
No,
Fine.
not
You will
necessary.
next week.
You're
That's
next
fine.
week to be sad. Oh, Marilee.
All right.
What an ironic name.
Oh.
We are not feeling very merry now.
All right. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Gabe is real close to being on my enemies list.
Whoa.
I
I
didn't.
thought
Gabe
he was
was
there already.
He did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. He didn't know.
Hashtag Gabe did nothing wrong.
Bye.
It's like
In the
only
comments.
exists.
Get in the comments.
Bye.
Yeah.